Hi, I'm Julianna Dawson, and I say let's give life all we've got. Today I'm going to share with you a quick video clip from a poetry event that I did recently. I performed a poem from my second book in the Inspiring Words book series, Inspiring Words, Finding Yourself. The poem is called Why I Do What I Do, and it was inspired as I was reading the book by Simon Sinek, Start With Why. I don't know if you're familiar with that book, but it is an awesome book. So today I want to share with you the video clip of my performance there because a lot of people in the audience were inspired to come up on stage afterwards and share their why. So I'm hoping that it will inspire you to think about and share your why. Why I do what I do. I do what I do because I know what it feels like to be lonely, to be without a loved one, to be childless, barren like a desert, to suffer from infertility. I know what it feels like to be poor and hungry, to not know where the next meal is going to come from, to slide down the wall holding my head and wonder, how will I buy milk for the children today? I know what it feels like to be a black female in a corporate world dominated by white males, to be paid less to do more, to accept the most challenging jobs, to learn to accept failure on a regular basis, and to have victories so small they pale in comparison to those of my peers. I know what it feels like to dream of a home of my own, to invest my life savings to build it, have it for what feels like just a moment, and then lose it. I know what it feels like to be bankrupt financially, exhausted physically and emotionally, and to rise out of that pit stronger. I know what it feels like to want to be better, to do better, to desire to move myself, my family, and my friends out of poverty. I know what it feels like to search the world for answers, to struggle painstakingly to find ways, solutions to life's everyday and unusual problems. I know what it feels like to fail and to succeed, to try when it seems impossible, to persist. I know what it feels like to be beaten physically and mentally. I know what it feels like to be held at knife point by a rapist, to be pushed down to the ground and have my clothes ripped off, to see a grown man naked and in warts in the full light of day, and for the first time, and to experience fear that made my body tremble and my soul shudder. I know what it feels like to decide. I know what it feels like to decide and never, ever, ever give up. I know what it feels like to desire something so bad, not just for myself, but for others like me, and even for others who are not like me. My soul, the ancient and eternal part of me that has lived in the billions of you who have come before and are still here with me, feels everything deeply. I know that makes me an extremist, but we all have our flaws. I choose my flaws, and that, my friends, is why I do what I do. For myself and for you. So decide to join me on this journey of self-discovery, to discover and to share your hidden, forgotten, or even neglected gifts and talents and build on them to dig yourself or someone else out of poverty or pain or whatever kind of suffering you are currently experiencing, whether it be emotional or physical. When you decide to join me, not knowing exactly where this journey will lead, but trusting that as you take each step with me, we are doing what we are meant to be doing. You know why I do what I do. Now finish this sentence. I do what I do because I know what it feels like to. Now, take a moment and let that sink in. And finish the sentence. I do what I do because I know what it feels like to. Tell me in the comments below. And don't forget to go to juliannadawson.com and sign up for my updates.